Let's synchronize. Hey, what's up, y'all? We are back with another diorama review. Had to catch myself right there. So yeah, we got a diorama we're going to review for you guys today, and it's been a while since I reviewed another diorama. The last one I did, I think, was the Fex Hobby System. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check that out. But yeah, that was a while ago, and now we have this diorama from MMMToys. I guess if you were to ask them how to pronounce it, it'd be toys, or toys. Something like that. But yeah, I kind of like that little, that's kind of cool. But yeah, let's take a closer look at this dial, man. I want to say off the rip, this dial is kind of short, lengthwise it's kind of short as well, but I think mostly it's going to do what you need it to do. Some figures you just kind of work some magic with it. But let's check out the measurements. Before I do that, I want to mention that this arc right here, it is removable. You can kind of put this, you know, in different spots and stuff to kind of get different options. But in the promo images, it was kind of set up like this, just how this is right here. And because of the way it's made, the pieces, it's kind of hard to actually balance it. So they probably had it leaning up against the steps or something when they did that. But yeah, looking at the length of this piece right here, I want to say, oh yeah, I do want to mention this dial is super heavy too. So if you're trying to like move it from place to place, I would definitely remove the arc. This is made out of resin, this dial, and you do not want to break this. Neither one. Like, I almost dropped this arc yesterday. You should have seen how big my eyes got. Damn, let me see if I can find something else. Okay, so in the details, it did say the diorama is 13 inches lengthwise, and it looks like that holds true, so that's a right. About 10 inches width, so there you go. That's accurate. And about 14 inches tall, which is accurate. Sorry about the focus. As you can see, you can put the arc on top of the dial. Makes for different options and stuff, and it's connected by these magnets. I'm not sure what these magnets are called. What's that, Neo Diamond magnet? I got 2 of those. Here's what it looks like at the bottom, and I do want to clarify real quick. I said earlier that you can't balance it. You can balance the arc by itself, but putting it on that dial, it's kind of funky because of the way the dial is shaped. It's not exactly leveled. I find that it kind of holds a little more securely onto the, well, not holds, but it kind of sits a little more securely onto the base if you turn it around and do it like that, because it's going to lean back. This way you can pose it without having to lean up against the rocks. First, we're going to take a look at the arc, and then I'm going to talk about what I meant as far as the dial not being exactly leveled. I think they did a superb job as far as the details go for this thing. I hope that I'm going to be able to do it justice, covering the details and stuff. I'm not going to go over every single little nook and cranny. As you can see, like, the stones are intermittent, if I can use that. There's no normalcy to the stones. It's got a lot of highlights and stuff, different tones throughout it. It's textured. It looks super cool. This whole dial like photographs extremely well. Like, these tufts, let's see if I get up close to take a look at that. See, these tufts are a nice touch as far as that. I would not try to pull it. They're not exactly secure to the dial. I mean, you can like remove it if you want. I think I got a little speck or something in there, but you can remove it. And all the details for this thing looks really good. Damn, I love that it doesn't sit like there are parts that kind of protrude from the dial. I mean, this stone right here looks a little funky, but yeah, so that it's not completely flesh. I do like that, though. Don't mind this bird up here. This is the crow, one of the accessories from the Mezco crow figure. He'll probably fall off of there eventually. And if nothing else, you can use this arc by itself, too. So that's always a nice option. Now, let's take a look at the big boy right here. This is all one piece. Oh, my God. What did I do to my dial? Did I just fuck it up? Okay, the dial looks good. Probably got to put more silver on it just in case. But yeah, goddamn, you don't want to drop these bad boys. Shit. Looking at this dial, the big boy here, he is looking really good. This dial's looking really good. As far as it being uneven, you can kind of see it down here, like where the steps is. Like, I do appreciate that there's no normalcy, to say once again, for the steps and like the bricks and stuff like that, but it's not exactly flush. You might be able to catch a little glimpse of it right here, how it's just uneven. There's some dips in and stuff into it. So yeah, balancing will be a little bit tricky. So let's take a look at a 360 for this dial. So we already seen this part, the face front. I guess this is the original way it was intended. And you got something like that. Sorry, my lights are a little bit harsh. Just kind of muting out the details a little bit, but I'm gonna try to go over everything as good as I can. I love the way this dial looks, man. It looks super good, super well done. I do like the blending. If you can see over here, it's like a little bit of green. Got some dark areas right there, a little bit of shadowing right here in this area. I like these little cracks too right there. That looks really awesome, man. Looking at it from this angle, that looks really good. I will say that I don't particularly care for the way they did the grass. Let's take a closer look at that. From a distance, it's probably gonna make no never mind, but as you can see, there are some highlights. Got some little rocks right there looking nice. All that shading and stuff. Yeah, the grass kind of reminds me of like, what do they call those? Like abstract textured painting, something like that. And in that way, there is some appreciation to be had with it. That looks really cool though. But as far as functioning as grass, not so much. Damn, look at all that detail. Yeah, texture all over the place. Nice little shapes to these rocks and stuff. Got a couple more tufts. Got some tufts on the steps. Yeah, man, this thing looks really awesome. I am finding some little nicks where there are no paint applied to some pieces of this dial. Got another crack right there, a couple more cracks in the stones. I'm just kind of marveling at it, man. I'm not talking so much because, I mean, it kind of is what it is. You know, you just kind of appreciate it. That's all you can really do as far as this thing. Let's turn it around and take a look at the back. The back has a lot of detail too. You got this one pile of stones right here that's kind of like just protruding from the sides of the dial. It's got a lot of shading. I do like the highlights, the, what do they call that? Like the worn look. Like it's kind of orange, peachish kind of color for the stones. That looks really cool. Really cool. And then there's a peek at the Neo Diamond magnets. Damn, almost dropped the phone. About to drop everything today. Yeah, so those hold pretty nice. I do want to say real quick, let me connect this arc back onto the piece right quick. As far as connecting the arc, it only really sits one way. Oh, there goes the crow. Which is, yeah, that way right there. So yeah, let me try to see if I can show you. It does look like it's kind of leaning slightly to the back of the dial, if you can catch that. Like a little arc right there. I mean, it works out okay. You're not really going to notice it when you're taking pictures and stuff like that. And I wouldn't exactly say that it kind of wobbles all over the place if you're like shifting it back and forth. So that's pretty cool. And looking at it from the front, oh wait, so I didn't have it on all the way. Let me see. That way? Okay, yeah, so there it goes. All right, so it's got a little bit of a nubbin. Nubbin? What's that? I don't think I mind too much how they did these cuts exactly for where it separates at. It's not flush, but it looks accurate to like a ruined piece. Yeah, buddy. I get a quick measurement on the inside, the length of this arc when you connect it to this other piece. Maybe 7, a little under 7.25, the insides of it. And let's take a, well, I'm going to show you a whole bunch of like size comparisons. I got a couple figures out here right now, but let's see real quick just what a Dasin model looks like inside of it. So I have a Dasin model here, Akira Sendoh. I do have a review for this guy. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check that out. Damn, went out of focus again, my bad. So yeah, this is what a figure looks like inside of it. So I think there's a lot of room inside of it, but there are a lot of characters that it's not gonna look so good, not so natural. Take a look at the side of it before I get into more size comparisons. So the size of it looks pretty good too. It's a little more simple on this side, but you still got all the same details and applications as the other sides. So it looks really good. Alrighty, so we're gonna get into the size comparisons, what we all been waiting on. I'm gonna just show you first off what figures I have at hand. I got a couple different options I'm gonna show you. But we have the Figma Guts. It is kind of difficult, a little tricky balancing them on the grass area, as well as the uneven part of the stones. You have the Mythic Legions right there. And he looks okay, a little large for the diorama, but I'm sure you can fudge it. Fawn Grotto. That's gonna look really good. Put an Articulated Icons Ninja in there, and then we will put, what is this company called? Zesray Studios, The Combatants Fight for Glory. Then we have Mr. E. Honda right here. Let's do a Lightning collection. God damn, boy, what happened to your knees? That is freaking horrible. And then we have a McFarlane. Next, we'll do the ActionFigures Blanca. I've been working on a little paint update for him, and that's not finished. So then we have Blanca, Frieza. God damn it, fucking angles. That's probably gonna be some cool photos right there, in case you want to do some shots like that. Maybe at a motorcycle going through the arc. Then we got your Figma, Bloodborne, Mezco, what's this, Captain Nemo? Terminator, Marvel Legends, Cyclops, NECA, Raphael, and the Storm Collectibles, Smoke, who was missing an arm guard. Gotta see if I can get that replaced. A True Force Mega Man figure. Haven't seen these bad boys in a minute. It's always a joy bringing True Force out. Your ActionFigures Sakuma. I think that'll work. Lil Wayne. Okay. The Manatee Eimi in there as well, since she's been so fun to play with after I put the mods on her. I'll put the link below for that if you want to check that out. Pikachu. Got a snake. You have the Mezco cat. So mostly he goes good with like your smaller scale figures, like your ActionFigures and your Figma, you're gonna have no problem with. But like the bigger figures, like the Mythic Legions or the Storm Collectibles, you're gonna have to work some magic. And just in case I was a little too far with my size comparisons, I'll just try to do some panning right quick. And last but not least, we have your Koto Bukiya Zero Model Kit. Thought I forget. So final thoughts on the Toys Medieval Relic Diorama, man. They did a good job, as I mentioned like 1,000 times throughout this video. This diorama is not perfect. I did mention it's got a couple nicks where some paint is lacking. Honestly, man, you really got to look for those spots. So like you can kind of touch it up if you do happen to come across it in your diorama. So that's not really a huge deal. This is only my second diorama I bought from an official company, so it's hard to really talk about price. There are some spots to the diorama that look a little funny. Like some of the stones look a little bit gummy. The grass does look a little bit weird, but overall, man, I really got no complaints with this thing. As far as the price, when I first bought this diorama, I bought it from Big Bad Toy Store. I bought it for like either $74.99 or $79, something like that. And for that price, I'd say this diorama is worth it, hands down, no question about it. Maybe even 80, 84, but the price they're trying to charge for it now, $94.99, I think. I don't know if I could recommend it that far. That being said, I am thinking about buying another one, but I don't know, maybe I'll wait around for a little bit, see what their stock looks like, see if it goes on sale or anything like that. For 94, I can't really recommend it, but like for 80, something like that, man, abso-freaking-lutely, go for it. So I never got around and covering what the bottom of the diorama looks like, but if you're curious, it's just a simple mat that covers the length of the whole diorama. It feels like it's kind of suede, and then it has the MMMToys logo on it, which is raised. It looks pretty cool though. Ultimately, I think at 94, you could still find some use and some happiness with it. It's not gonna make you too bitter. But all right, y'all, that's my video. You like the video, hit the thumbs up. If not, I'll catch you on the next one. And yo, I took a lot of pictures, man. Stay tuned for the rest of these. Peace.